Hello, hello, hello. How are you? This is Suzanne Sellers, owner of SuzyDee Travel LLC and global travel expert. Today is Saturday, September 5th, 2020, and I am in beautiful Montego Bay, Jamaica. I wanted to share my experience with COVID protocols and the travel authorization process for my trip to Jamaica. As you all know, if you've been staying in tune with my YouTube channel, SuzyDee Travel, this is my fourth trip internationally since June, since countries began to reopen their borders to international travel. I visited Montego Bay, Jamaica in June 2020. In early July 2020, I visited Riviera Maya, Mexico. In late July 2020, I visited Negril, Jamaica. And now it's early September and I am back in Montego Bay, Jamaica. All three times that I have visited Jamaica since June, there have been different protocols and different requirements that visitors, international travelers have to follow in order to be approved by the Ministry of Health in Jamaica to enter Jamaica's borders. And so on this third time, it was, I want to say, the most labor intensive, but when I got to the airport at Sangster International in Montego Bay, I spent the least amount of time there. So I guess there's some good and bad things. So here's what happened. The latest protocols is that Jamaica Ministry of Health is asking all visitors, not only from hotspot states in the U.S., but all states in the U.S., they're asking visitors to Jamaica to have a PCR COVID test, RT-PCR COVID test, within 10 days before their departure flight to come to Jamaica. So I had a COVID test by a CAP and CLIA approved facility in Chicago. I had it on August 28th, and my result was in my email on August 29th, negative result. I uploaded that negative result to the Jamaica travel authorization on Monday, August 31st. Now, my flight was scheduled for 6 a.m. Friday, September 4th. So I'm figuring I uploaded the travel authorization on Monday, and I should have it clearly before Friday. And I did get it before Friday, but it was cutting it very close. I received the approval to travel on Thursday, September 3rd, about 12 hours before my departure flight, which was the next morning. So I received the approval of the authorization to travel. I presented that to the airline gate attendant because they do not let you on the plane unless you have that authorization. So I presented my passport, and I got on the plane and I came here. When I got to Sangster International Airport yesterday afternoon, I did have Club Mobe. That is a VIP service that travelers to Jamaica can purchase in order to be escorted through the check-in process, at the customs process at the airport. So I had Club Mobe. My Club Mobe representative was waiting for me when I got off the plane. He took me through the different steps. I enjoy having Club Mobe. I do think it's worth the money in order to get through the lines more quickly. From the time I stepped off the plane to the time that I was all the way checked in and going to my ride to the resort, meeting my ride outside, I want to say that was 25 minutes. And that is unheard of, especially during this pandemic with all of the requirements and people standing in long lines and having to talk to health officials at the airport and all of that. I was able to bypass all of that. I still had to talk with the health officials, but I get to cut to the front of the line because I had the Club Mobe, and it's very worth it. When I got here to the resort, again, there's safety protocols. There's signs up everywhere about wearing your mask, staying social distanced, and hand sanitizer stations at every 10 feet or so throughout the resort. And people, all of the staff, all of the people that work here are wearing masks, are wearing gloves, are passing out hand sanitizer. They're taking every precaution that they can take in order to keep themselves and their guests safe. And so I feel safe. Again, this is my 4th trip since June, and I have a couple of more trips scheduled this year. I'm grateful to God for the opportunity to travel, but I'm grateful also to God for keeping me safe, and I am remaining heightened and aware of what it takes to be safe, and I follow the requirements and the recommendations by the CDC and the Jamaica Health Ministry and the Ministry of Health of any place that I go. And I hope you all do the same. Have a wonderful day. I'm going to do so. Bye.